Hey friends, welcome to your yoga practice. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and the colors are gorgeous right now. The leaves have really started to change. It's nice and crisp and cool. And I thought today we could focus on the solar plexus, the belly, with an emphasis on cleansing. And so I won't get too deep into this. We are here to practice yoga asana. But in Ayurveda, the fall and the spring, the two transitional seasons, are the best times to do a cleanse. This is so we can reset for the new season ahead. We can clear any built up heat we have from the summer in our body. And in the winter, we can clear all that stagnation that we've accumulated in the winter for the warmer months. And so it's a beautiful practice. I'm going to actually go on a Khichdi cleanse myself just for a few days. In the next couple days, I've just been noticing a lot going on in my body, so it's a great way to reset. In this practice today, we're going to focus a little bit on some twists and cultivating and activating our belly fire. So let's get started. All right, so sitting up nice and tall, you could sit on your sit bones. I'm sitting on my heels. You could sit on a block, a pillow, whatever feels comfortable. We're going to start with diaphragmatic breathing. So this diaphragm is this beautiful organ that's in between our lungs and our abdomen. And a lot of times when we are told to take a deep breath, you might involve the whole shoulders and kind of bring it up to the chest, which is nice. But if you ever observe a newborn baby or a puppy, you notice that they're actually breathing from their belly. And so that's what we're going to do today to kind of keep that energy moving down and in, which is what we want. So feel free to place a hand there. You can even place hands on the sides of the ribs. And what we're going to do is, as we breathe in, you're going to just imagine the air filling up this diaphragm width-wise, so coming up nice and wide. Inhale. Exhale. Draw that breath down the digestive tract. So it's going to be this inhale, widening. Exhale down. And we want to keep it in the navel, in the belly. And so closing down the eyes, if that feels good for you. Relax your shoulders here. Lengthen the crown of the head. Deep breath. Exhale. Inhale into the diaphragm, nice and wide. Exhale, draw it down. You can even imagine an upside down triangle as we breathe. Inhale, fill up the diaphragm, both sides. Exhale down. Inhale, fill it up. Exhale. 3 more times. This time, really imagine that breath. Inhale, going all the way around your whole body, 360 degrees. Exhale, draw it down. Inhale deep. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Reach the arms overhead, stretch, stretch, stretch. Hands to heart center, setting your intention. What do you want to release, cleanse, purify, transform in your life right now? Whatever the first thing came to mind, focus mostly on that. The belly is the seat of fire, and fire is all about transformation, transforming the food that we eat into our bones and our blood, transforming the emotional things we go through into lessons and growth. It's all about learning how to digest using the element of fire. One more breath here. Let's start to move. So coming onto hands and knees. Let's just go ahead and ignite that belly right away. So some of you, option 1 is to stay on your knees. You can move the knees slightly back so that you start to ignite through the core. Or option 2, come on into a plank pose. So the crown of the head reaches forward, heels press back. Now, if your hips are sagging like this, which I see a lot in studios, it's better to just put your knees down. So already we're activating this belly fire. 3 more breaths. Press into the finger pads here. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Nod the head yes and no. I'm just going to spend a few more breaths here in our first down dog. Really enjoy it. I love that first down dog. Maybe you're moving a little bit, maybe you're still. Soften the crown of the head. And then inhale, ripple forward, plank pose or hands and knees. Pause here, breath in. Feel that length. Exhale back, down dog. 3 more times. Inhale, plank. Pause here, take a breath in. Exhale. Twice more. Drop the knees. Just a quick child's pose. Knees come wide, toes together, forehead toward the earth. Breathe here. Really bringing your intention to the earth. Also releasing what you want to release into the earth. Slowly come back up, hands and knees. We'll just do a few quick cat-cows here. Inhale, arch the spine, shoulders go wide. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale. Now this time, inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round, and then neutral spine. Reach the left leg back. So kind of curling the toes under, really pressing that inner thigh toward the heel, and then the chest starts to lengthen. From here, inhale, right arm comes up. Reach, reach, reach. And spend a couple breaths here, just stretching open the arm. And then exhale, you're going to thread the needle, but keep the arm off the floor for now, bending that left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Already starting our twists here. Inhale. And then exhale. Now you can lay that shoulder down, ear down. If this is way too much, you can use a pillow underneath your shoulder or a block. And then come back up. Inhale. Exhale. Hands and knees. Cat-cow, 1 round. Inhale. Exhale, back to your neutral spine. This time the right foot reaches back, really stretching into the back of the leg. And then 3 rounds. We're hovering that arm. Inhale, lift. Kind of just let go of the wrist here. Open. Exhale, thread the needle. So I'm just reaching through these first couple times. Inhale, and then exhale. We'll stay here for just a couple breaths. All the way toward the floor. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, down dog. I love seeing the water right here. It's so nice. Such a good way to start the day. All right, coming right into it, the right leg reaches forward, high lunge. And then before we come on up, I really like to square the hips, bend the back knee, finding that balance. Whenever we're balancing, we want to make sure we have a really strong gaze. So I'm looking at a big, beautiful rock with some moss. Make sure you're looking at something that's not moving. Coming on up here. On the exhale, I'm going to twist toward the right, elbows outside the knee. Crown of the head reaches forward as the left heel presses back. And then frame that front foot. Kick into kind of the supported warrior three or standing split. Open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Feet are about hip width. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and lower. Twice more. Inhale, really paying attention to that core. Inhale. Exhale. Second side, the right foot steps all the way back, coming into your high crescent lunge. So soften the shoulders down as you square the hips forward. Find your gaze, your drishti is what we call it in yoga. And then on the exhale, start to twist toward the left, bringing the elbow outside the knee. And this is my favorite way to do the hands. Bottom is a fist, top is just that hand pressing here, kind of giving us more leverage. All right, and then once again, lifting that right leg, pressing into the sole of that left foot. And then I'm going to bring my feet off the mat. So the toes are off the mat, the heels are in. So I'm preparing for a squat here. Let's just start a little bit smaller. So the toes are out, heels are in. You can have blocks underneath you if you need or if you want to. Inhale, we're just going to lower halfway. Lift the chest, knees go wide. Exhale, keep the feet as they are. Inhale, halfway. Exhale. Inhale. Some of you are just going to stay here, grab the ankles. Some of you, malasana, come all the way down. Whichever you choose is perfectly perfect. Just stick with it. Press the knees slightly outward with the elbows and then lift the sternum, the manubrium bone, and widen through the collarbones. So I love this pose. It's both very grounding through the feet, but also expansive through the heart. Beautiful. And then fold forward. Let's step the right foot forward and the left foot back. Quarter turn for a wide forward fold. So the toes are slightly in. And then I'm just going to do this high skandasana. So bending one knee, lifting the arm, and then the other, going side to side. I know there's some of you out there that want to do that full skandasana all the way down. Feel free to go for it. All right, and then coming into the center now, the toes spin out, heels in, goddess pose. Let's lift the arms up, really plugging the heels down. Breathe. Feeling into your core, feeling into the strength of your legs. Again, feeling that rootedness through the feet and that expansive openness through the heart and through the hands. We're going to lean over to one side. So I'm not just drooping over, I'm really creating space on both sides of the torso here. And then I'm going to come all the way around to that other side. And then let's just do this side to side a few times. So if you want to make it a little bit more flowy with the arms, you can. I used to be a dancer, so I like to bring that watery element into my practice a lot. Especially if you have a lot of fire in your constitution, in your body, in your mind, you want to bring more of that water element, that space where we could let go a little bit. Nice, couple more breaths. Step to the top of your mat. Mountain pose, just pause here. If you'd like, you could place a hand on your navel, on your belly, and just imagine this golden light swirling in this clockwise direction, almost this spiral. Those of us who have trouble with digestion, which is so many people nowadays, can't even tell you. So it's such a good practice to just imagine your solar plexus really healthy and moving optimally without constriction, without clenching, without holding on. We digest our food here, but we also digest our experiences in life. So you could just imagine that spiral continuing. Inhale, reach the arms up, up, up. Let's do some sun salutations. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, plank pose, or hands and knees. 2 breaths here. I'm going to drop all the way down. Coming into cobra, inhale, lift, exhale, downward facing dog. Soften the head toward the heart. Soften your belly. All right, stepping that right foot forward, high lunge, inhale just for a breath here. And exhale, step it forward. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, fierce pose, chair pose. Digging the heels into the floor, the toes should be able to lift. Couple breaths here, getting a little bit lower. Inhale, lift, cactus the arms, open the chest. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back. High lunge. Crescent lunge. Lift it up, reach and breathe. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Lower. Moving through your flow. You can always skip that part if you want something a little more mellow today and just come directly into your dog. Couple breaths here. Soften the forehead. Let's actually lift that right leg this time. 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back twice more. Try to stay high. So what I mean by that is keeping the core and the hips lifted. Last one, step it through, high lunge. Come on up. Got some wet sand under my toenail here. We're going to come directly into our twist. Exhale. Breath here in, lengthen, and breath out. Step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back. High lunge. Inhale, second side. Breathe here. Exhale, twist. Inhale here, lengthen. And exhale. All right, now 3-legged dog, sweeping that left foot back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, knee, 2 notes. Inhale, and then step that foot to meet the other foot. Forward into your plank, and then moving through your vinyasa. All right. Down dog. Today's a little bit more fiery than normal because we're working with the core. We're working with cleansing, which is the fire element. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into that left foot quite a bit. We're going to balance on our left foot from here. So again, using your core, pressing down, find your drishti, and then lift that leg up. Inhale. Exhale, stand tall, flex the top foot. Cross, lift. We're going to come into a, what do you call this? A chair pose with figure 4. There we go, figure 4. So we're going to flex that foot, sit back as if you're sitting into a chair. If it's tough to balance, just know it's totally normal. I've been practicing yoga for many years, and I used to be a dancer. I'm not saying I'm better than, it's just that I've been doing this a long time. So if you're falling, it's okay, it's normal. Lift it up. We're gonna step all the way back into warrior 2. So I'm flipping around so you could see me. Left foot forward, right foot back in one line. Love seeing the water. And just notice if you're dumping more into the front or the back, usually more people are in the front, make sure you're really pressing firmly into that back foot as well so it's equal. Let's reach it, deepen. Inhale, straighten the leg, lift the arms toward each other. Exhale, open, twice more. Bringing that fluidity where it could all be rigidity if we wanted it to be, but we're mixing the elements here. Really soften those arms. Hips come back, reach it forward into our side angle lunge. So forearm to the thigh or maybe down toward the floor or toward a block. One more breath. Exhale, reverse. Bend that front knee. All right. Reach, reach, reach. And then we're just going to come right back to the front. Mountain. Pause here. Release the hands, settle the heels into the floor. All right, right foot steps down. Drishti, your gazing point, start to lift up. Balancing, nice and strong. Cross the leg. Coming into our figure 4 chair. Heart toward the thumbs. Back of the neck is long, so just notice if you're really cranking the neck. Keep it long here. One more breath. Woo! Beautiful. And then, let's see, lift it up. And then step it back, warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Just notice what's happening in the core. Sometimes when I say that, you might just automatically suck it in, which is we want that soft engagement. We don't want to suck it in too much because that can create stagnation in our belly. We want to have things flowing. Inhale, lift, open, exhale. Twice more. And hips bump back, coming into our side angle lunge here. So just notice, you can even start this way, but see if you could press into that bottom hand to really lift and open through the whole chest, the whole belly. All right, beautiful. Come back up. Last standing pose here. Interlace the hands behind you or grab a strap. Shake the hips. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, fold forward. Low drop. Head. And so the dosha that is associated the most with digestion and fire in Ayurveda is the Pitta dosha. Pitta is the culmination of mostly fire and a little bit of water. When our Pitta can get out of control and there's too much fire, we might feel a lot of digestive issues. We might feel angry, impatient, controlling, perfectionistic, self-deprecating. Spin the toes out, heels in, goddess pose, sweep it up. So we want to bring a little bit of that softness in. Alternatively, if we don't have enough fire, we lack that drive, we lack that ability to take action in our life, to speak our truth, to be a leader. It's so important. It's such a huge deal. Inhale, arms reach up. Last flow here, exhale, inhale, and then I'm going to move through a little chaturanga. And then we'll just stay on the floor from here. Exhale, just press it back for a moment. And then come on to the floor. All right, one of my personal favorite poses, actually, let's do one thing first, then we'll get there. So bring the soles of the foot together in a butterfly pose. I have space between my groin and my heels, so I'm not way in. Have a little space here. I'm gonna cross my hands, and I'm gonna face here so you can see what I'm doing. Cross the hands, grabbing the shins or the ankles. Inhale, left arm reaches back. Really open here. Sweep it up and over. Other side, right arm reaches back. And cross. Let's come into Navasana boat pose. Really such a beautiful pose to celebrate the core, to celebrate our stability. Hands can be on the floor, on the legs, or maybe reaching forward. And then cross the legs, interlace the fingers. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, cactus it open. I'm going to twist toward the right. So really pay attention more to the navel today. So we're kind of reaching that navel toward the left. Shoulders are relaxed here. And then other side. And then let's come to the back. Hug your knees into your chest. Give your lower spine a little massage, a little bit of love here. Happy baby pose. Feet separate wide. So here, the knees are bent. My sacrum is still on the floor. You could grab your shins, your feet. And if you want to, you can straighten one leg and then the other. Right leg reaches forward, hug the left knee in, twirl the ankle, and then supine twist. Let's bring that left knee over to the right, reach the left arm long. Start to soften the back. Back to center, other side. Stretch the left leg long. Wiggle the ankle, supine twist. Release. Walk the heels in towards you. 3 rounds. We're going to inhale, lift the hips, lift the arms. Dynamic bridge. Exhale, slowly bring it down. Twice more. Feel free to take a little shavasana here for a few minutes if you want to pause the video. Otherwise, if you're in a little bit of a time bind, go ahead and rock and roll your way up to a seat. And then let's just do a few circles of the spine. 3 in one direction. And 3 in the other direction. And we'll close here with this question, this inquiry for yourself, which is, where in your life do you need more fire? Maybe it's speaking up to somebody about something. Maybe it's trying a little harder to show up to the gym to feel more fit. Maybe it is working on your side business and committing to it every week or every day. Whatever it is, where do you need more fire, more discipline, and more action in your life? Alternatively, if you feel that your life is full of fire, to the point of burnout, you can ask the other question, which is, where can I release some of that fire? Where can I cool down some of that fire and slow down? Both are so important. So let's just end, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Deep breath here, imagining that spiral. And exhale. And thank you for joining. I hope you have a great weekend.